Our movie starts with Margot Plants and her date, Tyler, taking a trip by boat to Hawthorn, an elite eatery owned and operated by celebrity gourmet chef Julian Slowik. The restaurant is located on a private island. Other guests attending the dinner include Lillian, a food critic, and her editor, Ted, a wealthy couple, Richard and Anne, George, a post-prime celebrity, and his personal assistant, Felicity, and colleagues Soren, Dave, and Bryce, along with Julian's alcoholic mother. The group is given a tour of the island by the restaurant's maitre d', Elsa, who notes that Margot was not Tyler's designated guest for the evening. Dinner begins, and Julian presents a series of courses, delivering increasingly disturbing speeches about each dish. As the night progresses, secrets about each guest, including affairs and money laundering, are slowly revealed. The evening unfolds as a dark satire on class privilege, environmental change, patriarchy, the well-being of women, and capitalist deception. Julian and his staff use their performances and meals to emphasize these themes. During the fourth course, a top assistant chef commits suicide in front of the guests, and another staff member cuts off Richard's ring finger when he attempts to escape. After the fourth course, the restaurant's main investor, as well as Soren, Dave, and Bryce's boss, is drowned in full view of the diners. Throughout the night, Julian allows the guests to attempt escape, only for his staff to capture and return them. He announces that each guest was specifically chosen because they either contributed to his loss of passion for his craft or exploited the work of artisans and laborers like him and his team. He declares that everyone present will be dead by the end of the night. Since Margot's presence was unplanned, Julian secretly gives her the choice of dying with the staff or with the guests. When Margot hesitates, Julian decides for her, claiming he can recognize high-class clients from workers in the service industry. It is revealed that Margot is actually an escort named Erin, previously hired by Richard, and that Tyler knowingly brought her to the dinner, fully aware that everyone would die. Julian humiliates Tyler further by forcing him to cook and then insulting his food, leading Tyler to commit suicide in a pantry. Julian then asks Margot to retrieve a barrel needed for dessert. Margot sneaks into Julian's home, only to be attacked by Elsa. In self-defense, Margot stabs Elsa in the neck, killing her. While searching Julian's office, Margot finds old news clippings about his past and discovers a radio. She calls for help before returning to the restaurant with the barrel. A Coast Guard officer arrives from his boat, but he soon reveals himself to be a disguised line cook and returns to the kitchen. Margot mocks Julian's elaborate dishes and complains that she is still hungry. When Julian asks what she would like to eat, she requests a cheeseburger and fries. Having previously seen a photo of a younger, happier Julian working at a fast food joint, she recognizes the joy he once had in simple cooking. Moved by her request, Julian prepares the meal to her specifications. Margot takes a bite, praises his cooking, and then asks if she can get it to go. Julian carefully packs the meal, and he and his staff allow her to leave. Margot takes the Coast Guard boat, carrying her meal, and escapes the island. For dessert, Julian and his staff create an elevated s'mores dish. They cover the floor with crushed graham crackers and adorn the guests with capes made of marshmallows and hats made of chocolate. Julian then sets the restaurant ablaze, igniting the barrel and killing the guests, the staff, and himself. Margot watches from the boat and unwraps her cheeseburger. Thank you for watching, and see you again in another movie.